Hello, everybody. Angel is back, baby, for episode 2. Now, in the first episode, if you haven't watched it yet, I talked about character creation and which race, in my opinion, is the best one, or most of those things are based on common sense and things that you should do in PvP or PvE. Those are just some helpful tips for players who just create a new character. And today I want to talk a little bit about something that I think is very important and really happens right after character creation, and it's game options. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into options menu, and there are a bunch of options here that I want to talk about, but the first and the most important one is this one. You're going to go down here and you're going to set the nearest enemy to C. Now those players who come from Guild Wars 1 are going to know that in Guild Wars 1, when you hit C, it would target the nearest enemy, and in Guild Wars 2, this button C is actually not binded to anything, so there is no target nearest enemy, and I believe that that is very very smart thing to do. Now I told many people about this, and the answer always comes up, well, but the tab does that. And you know what? The tab does not do that, because you see, tab does the next enemy. So it's a lot different. So when you're fighting, let me go over here and I'll show you that. Okay, so there's a bunch of enemies. With C, I'm always going to be targeting the nearest enemy. Whereas if I hit tab, it's going to cycle between these enemies. As you can see right now, it's picking different enemies, and that's not going to get you the effect that you're looking for, because if there's an assassin that just shadow step towards you, you want to be able to hit that C and 7 and blind them right away so they don't kill you. Okay, and like here, I saw him coming, hit C, get my skills ready, and boom, I'm ready to fight. I come over here, hit C, I can cast my spells. Much simpler than if I had to cycle, which would have been a pain in the ass and could have, especially in PvP, got me killed. But now that we got that, let's move on to some other options that I think many people don't really do. So first of all, auto loot. I love this option. Personally, I pick up everything. I just come to a bunch of stuff, hit F. Hit F, and everything goes straight to my backpack. I don't have to hit F and hit F again. This also auto loots when you're chopping down wood or harvesting other stuff. So like during harvesting, you won't have to pick it up afterwards. Which, if you don't have this lock, you will have to actually click with the mouse, and it's very annoying, especially if there's a mob after you. The next, show all enemy names. That's not really necessary because it doesn't really matter unless you're in PvP. Then you should enable this. Then show NPC names. Same thing. I think this is PvP option. You should always do that. Show all player names. I don't really know what that does, but I guess if you're like hovering over it, that's good. Yeah. Then disable closing on the escape. That's not really necessary. Show skill recharge. Now this one is amazing, and it's disabled. So you should definitely enable this, because when you hit a skill, let's say, let me cast this one, you're going to see that now there's going to be a timer. Timer is going to go down, and I know exactly how long it's going to take me to get that skill back. Especially useful for skills that have long recharge like this one. So it's going to tell me 120 seconds. Boom. I know exactly what to expect. I don't have to look at it and ballpark it. Next one is simple party UI. That's just when you have a party, there's going to be their picture. If you disable this, you're going to have just their health bar, stuff like that. I like this one. I want to know who's with me. Invert camera. This stuff is not really... double tap to evade. Now you might want to disable this one when you're doing puzzles, because like all the time I'm doing a jump on puzzle, this will happen to me at least twice, where I would accidentally double tap and my character will dodge, and then I would have to do the whole thing again. But yeah, disable area of effect ring. This is actually really cool option. I turned it off. I don't know why, but basically I turned it off. But I had this one on for a long time, and I like this one because it lets you fast cast, I believe. So, no, wait, that's not right. No, that's the wrong one. What am I talking about? Let's see. Let's go back here. Disable area of effect rings. I don't know. But what I was talking about is about this one, fast cast ground target. This one is really cool. So basically, you won't have that pop up anymore. It will just cast the spell where your cursor is. So for example, I can point here, press the button, boom, boom. There's no more clicking and double clicking. So I just hit 9 and boom, she's gonna cast the spell right in their location. Now, you won't have that target area anymore, but if you're playing a lot, I mean, you're gonna be able to ballpark it pretty well, so shouldn't be a problem. So for example, I want to cast it right here at this target, bam, I hit the button and it goes off. I think this is going to be something a lot of players would want to prefer in PvP, but it's also very nice in PvE. So I'm just going to keep it. I disabled it because I was testing something, and it was actually, what you can do is if you have this option off, you can double tap the skill. So for example, I would target this area and I would double tap, but it's not the same, especially when you're running around, and it's really not that really useful. All right, so let's see if there's anything else that I should tell you. This stuff's good. Yeah, always make sure that your graphics are set correctly. Especially like if options are too high or too low, you might not be seeing what you should be seeing. So it's also important that your frame rate is good, because right now, look at this, I have only 24 frames per second. That is really, really bad. Now, this option is usually off, but it's probably because I'm playing in minimize mode so that I can record it. As you can see, like, everything seems huge, like especially this frame. That's because I'm recording, so I think that would be the reason why. If I went back to full screen, it's gonna go up, but I don't want to ruin the video. Okay, so let's go to the general options. We did that. The sound, there's really nothing there. The graphics, the control options, as I said, get the C here, okay, and you should be good. All right, so enable this server time. I love knowing the server time. I have actual time on my watch, but what I need to know is when the reset is going to happen. And servers usually go by Seattle time, and that's the time that's going to let me exactly when is this reset going to happen. So that's a very useful one. I didn't talk about this one, melee attack assist. That's for ranged characters. So I mean, not ranged, melee characters. It's try it off and then try it on. I wouldn't I wouldn't ignore trying it out. So I think so far that's as much as I want to talk about. So yeah, check out these options. Okay, go to your controls, hit this one to C. That's going to help you a lot. If you have a mouse, or if you're buying a new mouse, I recommend you get the G700. It has 4 buttons at your thumb area, so that actually I set these F1 to F4 to be at my thumb, so I always have these buttons at my disposal, so I can hit my thumb button and boom, I can change those attunements really fast. I don't have to go all the way up to the F button to do it. If you have like a 1 or 2 buttons on your thumb, you should set these like, you know, warrior for example has only one F button, so you can, if you have two buttons on your key and you're playing a warrior, boom, there you go, one button for switching weapons and the other button is for using that F key, and you're set. So yeah, I think about, I want to mention this, the size of your icons and the map. I think if you go here, where is it? If you go to settings somewhere and it lets you choose what size do you want your these icons be, I would recommend getting them as small as possible. Right here, interface size, because if you have them like at large, boom, like you're not gonna be able to see a lot of stuff. Personally, I know all these. I don't even have to look at my skill bar to know what I'm doing, and I think you should also do that. Oh, and by the way, you can grab this and you can put it up here if you want. Not a lot of people know that. I have a lot of people asking me if that's possible. Same thing here. You can grab that and boom, you can put it up there, depending on, you know, how you play. I don't think you can move this, but oh, if you click here, you can. He's actually gonna dodge. But oh, also you can hit this fly up button and boom, you get your skills. You can switch them. It's not available during a fight though, so it's like you're fighting somebody, you can't do that. And yeah, so let me just show you a little bit about the Black Lion. Not a lot of people know how to use it. I'm surprised. A lot of people are very confused on how to use the trading company, but it's very simple. You go to here, show filters, you enter your levels. So for example, I want 80 to 80. And let's say category, armor. Let's say I want boots, and I want rarity, let's say just rare. So boom, right there. You hit search button, then you can go by price. For example, you want the cheapest one, right here. These are your options. Okay, you can choose the cheapest one, or you can go to the most expensive one. 50 silver, not that much. You can go back to filters, you can change it to, let's say, exotic. It's the exotic armor, right there. And you can see that it starts at 2 gold. Now these are requests, so you can like request this type of armor. Like you can click here, and then how much would you pay for this one? So don't get like full of stuff. You can also purchase like a lot of things like bag. Now you can hit that and nothing happened. Why? I think because of this. But that. So let's just search again. No, I think because of that. Ah, here we go. So in here you can have all kinds of bags. So you can get yourself the best, you know, large size bags for. Look at this. So you can get 10 slots for 6 silver. I mean, I think it's pretty cheap. And then you can go up and get whatever you want. I'm broke right now because. Long story. But yeah, get yourself some nice bags, use the trading company, and you can sell your stuff here too. So for example, I got this thing, I can sell it, so meet the highest buyer. So somebody is willing to pay 18 right now, and you can match the lowest seller. So somebody's selling it at 25. So you can, like, for example, if I sell it immediately right now for 18.13, I'm just gonna get that money. But I can say, okay, so let me sell it for 20, and that's gonna be the lowest one at that time. So yeah, I mean, this probably know this stuff, but yeah, just go out there and play with the settings. And most importantly, I can't emphasize this enough, to put this nearest enemy to C. That is very, very, very important. All right, so join me on the next video, and I'm gonna talk about a lot more stuff, what is going on, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.